So at the beginning of the school year, I walked into the house, and both my roommates looked at me with huge smiles on their faces and said, "Hey, Christy Lee, do you want to go to Iceland?" And naturally I said yes. The trip to Iceland is only 5 hours. When you arrive, well, you can tell those are crazy eyes. We also made it to the airport and realized that our car was in a different place.
This is Christy Lee Newberger. How do you feel driving in Iceland? Hooray!
Yeah, let's just remember that I had 5 hours of sleep and I also had no idea what I was doing and I was amped on excitement, so yeah. Safe to say we got lost a ton within the first 30 minutes because we did pay for a GPS. Turns out, embarrassingly enough, after stopping and talking to a local, we found out that our car did in fact have a GPS, saved us for the rest of the trip, but quite embarrassing in the beginning. We also may have gone around roundabouts the wrong way. Basically, just remember 5 hours of sleep. So to break up our drive, we decided to grab our frisbee, aka our sled, and slide down this snow patch on the side of a mountain on the side of a road.
Here we go! Look at those crazies.
Day 2 was the day that I was most excited for. We went to this thing called Diamond Circle, started out with this gorgeous waterfall. Christy Lee was, in natural Christy Lee fashion, a little too excited about the whole thing, walking across snow, water, and ice to get to this waterfall. I straight out started running, stepped in what was probably slush, sunk up to my knees, soaked my pants, and thus initiated the hashtag left foot, wet foot phenomenon, which would continue throughout the entire trip. Christy Lee was basically always wet. We woke up to find out that the wind speeds were about 50 miles per hour and there were a lot of cautionary warnings. Don't open your car door all the way, it'll get blown off. Basically, you hike up this crater, which apparently is iconic in some way because it has a great view. All we saw was standing on top of a giant rock mountain with 50 mile per hour winds, just getting absolutely sandblasted. I guess guess the biggest story of this day is that we were trying to create this circle to go around and see all these iconic spots. We get halfway around the circle and discover that the road is closed. With these giant signs that say probably something like "Do not pass, caution, road closed." I'm not really sure. They're just orange and yellow and they have a bunch of Icelandic writing on them that say "Attention, something, something, something." Definitely drove past those signs in our little no four-wheel drive car. The first time I was very determined. I just wanted to get to this waterfall. That's all I wanted to see. I was really excited for it. Drove, realized we really couldn't get through this road. It definitely was closed for a reason. Came back. I was pretty furious. I was excited to see this waterfall. So we had to drive all the way back around, flew back around, got to another road that was going to lead us to this waterfall. It also had these signs that possibly meant road closure, but we decided to drive through it because someone else already had, and we thought maybe it just says caution. We don't know. Drive through this road and come to a part of the road where the road is just straight up missing. So we decide, hey, great idea, let's go across this. We can make this jump. Mary and I kind of assemble rocks and Sierra drives through and it all works out and we're all celebrating. We're like, that was great. Drive another 100 yards, another roadblock, get through it, no worries. Another 100 yards, another roadblock, no worries, we're pros by this moment, get through it. Probably about another 500 feet and realize the road in front of us is just a giant lake. As far as the eye can see, there's no getting through it. We see this other car who clearly has four-wheel drive halfway through it turn around and start coming back because they're not going to make it. And so we're like, okay, this is lost cause. At this point, I'm really mad because I just want to see this waterfall. It's apparently the strongest waterfall in all of Iceland, all of Europe. It's very iconic, apparently it's gorgeous. Just want to see it. Anyway, we drive back. Sierra's convinced that she's seen these other signs. We drive back, try to find this other road, see this sign that says this waterfall, go down this perfectly brand new paved road that leads directly to this waterfall.
Gotta skate it, man. It's only taken us 5 hours to figure out how to get here. But we're finally here. And we're walking literally through a glacier. But we have taken back roads, we have taken front roads, we have taken dirt roads,
No roads,
gravel roads,
puddle roads,
broken roads, trying to get here. Now you might ask, where is here? Well, we'll show you when we get there.
The next day included a bunch of stuff that I wasn't able to capture. There'll be a video demonstrating my sorrow of that later. But as we were driving along the coast, there are hundreds and hundreds of swans just swimming in the ocean right there off the coast with these mountains, and there's a rainbow, and the clouds are perfect, and the sunlight. Anyway, it was absolutely beautiful. Fun little tidbit, I drank out of all the water from every waterfall we saw, just so you know, because it's Iceland. This was actually the only night we ended up sleeping in our car. We were hoping to maybe witness just a little bit of the Northern Lights. That was the day that was projected to be the best. As the sun set across the beautiful glacier lagoons and diamond beaches, a giant fog came and washed across from the ocean and made it so you were unable to see 5 feet in front of you. So, tragedy. The strangest night was when we pulled into this gas station and no one spoke English. It was the first time that we realized, hey, we're in Iceland. And then this lady walks in, sees Mary's sweatshirt and goes, BYU? I went to BYU, but I'm Icelandic, like I live here. What do you guys need? Instantly helped us out. That night we also had to rush home because the sunset was unworldly. It was absolutely gorgeous, and we're staying at this place called the Spirit Farm, which probably ended up being our favorite place that we stayed the entire time because they had land and land and land. It was this big farm, really hippie vibe, but just a lot of animals and a lot of fun. And we ran across this field, we took pictures of the sunset, and we played with these dogs, and basically I was just in paradise. It was amazing. After church on Sunday, we went to the Westman Islands. We didn't really know what we were looking for. We were just going to walk around and see what happened. Turns out, apparently we looked like we knew what we were doing because there were the 3 ladies who were also completely lost, not sure what they were looking for, who just followed us basically everywhere. We also ended up kind of hiking a mountain, which wasn't really in the plan, but gosh, did it give us a gorgeous view. Iceland the next day. We just paddled around Reykjavik, which ended up being perfect because compared to everything else, the city was not that exciting, and we saw the iconic things and then we were kind of just done with it, which worked out perfectly because then we had to zoom to our airplane, which we were very worried we were going to miss.